Coming up in this webisode of Waverly Village Council.
She'll be filling the at-large seat. I am appointing her, but I was very reluctant to appoint. Council's always done that job. Council just was not going to be able to get there, basically.
I would like to nominate Forrest Bacon to the seat of permanent council president.
Harmony?
Nay. I have a problem with father and son having two votes, and I felt that was wrong.
I'll nominate Tom Patterson.
See if we can get this division resolved somehow, but we're going to have to work at it.
When a person learns that they have cancer, it's overwhelming. Their life changes. I volunteer because of cancer in my own family. My brother had cancer, and I just want to give back what I saw done for members in my own family. SOMC Cancer Center has some advantages that I think you won't find other places. It's all here under one roof. The patients come in and out with smiles on their face. It's being done right here in our own little town of Portsmouth.
The SOMC Cancer Center. Very good things are happening here.
She'll be filling the at-large seat. I am appointing her within the next few minutes, so she'll be able to sit in for the entire meeting and be registered to vote. I don't know if you know many of the councilmen or not, but I've spoken to Mary for about an hour and a couple other times on the phone. Very impressed. I think she'll do very well on the job. Actually, absolutely no reservations. And she has great recommendations from anyone I've talked to that even, had mentioned her name. So nothing but good things from the community. So if you'd like to come up front, we'll begin swearing you in. So to the best of my ability.
I will do so to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I was very reluctant to appoint. Council's always done that job. As time went on, it became obvious to me Council just was not going to be able to get there, basically. As far as Mary goes, I spoke to her the first time a few weeks ago, just briefly on the phone. We got to sit down and talk in more detail for about an hour. She really impresses me with her overall knowledge, her abilities. She speaks well. She seems extremely level-headed on things. I think she's going to be quite capable of making a decision and a very thought-out decision.
When making his decision, Kempton was mindful to stay away from any of the previous nominees, Mike Corwin, Steve Fisher, and Jonathan Clater.
And I talked to Steve Fisher earlier, and actually I was very relieved by the phone call because I had all the support in the world from him. Very understanding, because I did not put him back just because of the divide on council.
So it sounds like you kind of made a conscious effort not to select any of the people who had already been nominated, so because you didn't want to kind of further that divide between you kind of wanted to pick someone who no one had brought up before. Is that safe to say? Or?
Yeah, because honestly, if you had asked me in November if there was any sort of divide on council, I probably would have told you no. Well, I know it would have. Disagreements, but actually it seemed to me later that there was a conscious effort with half the council. So with that being said, and the 30 days ran out for council to make the appointment, I did what I think will, and I still, by percentages, I'm favoring my decision, thinking that 6 months from now, as a council, we're going to be better off with this.
Right. The newest member of council no sooner took her seat when she was asked to make a decision on one of those major issues dividing council, and that being who the next council president should be.
The permanent seat of, I would like to nominate Forrest Blakeman to the seat of permanent council president.
I'll second.
Brian Blakeman,
Aye.
Dimlow,
What are we voting on?
On Forrest.
It's the vote for Forrest as council president.
Nay.
Patterson,
Nay.
Bevins,
Aye.
Forrest Blakeman,
Aye.
Cormany,
Nay.
and Thompson.
No.
You sort of got thrown into the fray here on your first night. You were able to break a tie that's sort of been long-standing for the last month for council president. How did you arrive at that decision? How did you decide that you thought Tom would be the guy to lead this council?
Well, I have a problem with father and son having 2 votes. And I felt that was wrong. So if you figure that was 2 votes, they really had 3 to begin with. And that's how I came to that decision.
I'm sorry. If they have 2 votes, they have...
Father and son should count as 1 vote.
Okay.
And then they had Brett, that was 2. The other 3 had 3, so I considered it 3 to 2. And that's the reason I went with.
So were you very familiar with Tom and Forrest as far as what kind of councilmen they were, or did you have any kind of opinions?
Really. No.
Okay.
I've talked to several people, and they felt the same way I did as far as...
So you don't feel like they should both be serving on the same council then?
I think he should have said he shouldn't have voted at that time.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine for him to be on council.
Abstain from voting
Yes.
from... Okay,
From issues relating to his father.
Father, yes.
Okay.
Do we have any other nominations?
I'll nominate Tom Patterson.
Bevins,
Nay.
Forrest Blakeman,
Nay.
Dimlow,
Aye.
Cormany,
Aye.
Patterson,
Aye.
Brian Blakeman,
Nay.
Thompson.
Aye.
Didn't know you'd have traveled so much, did you?
No.
Congratulations on that. I lost my balance sometime between us in the office and here.
Yes.
Not that you ever were.
I literally failed. I took one too many minutes.
Tom, you're after lots of votes, you're finally named council president.
Yes.
Do you have any thoughts on that? I'm sure you're glad to finally get this resolved. And
Yeah, it's really a good feeling to get it resolved, and I got to get reacclimated to running council now instead of just sitting back here and doing my thing as a council member. So I'm going to work with Greg a lot. We're going to try to keep things rolling.
Is there anything you're going to do to try and solve this divide with council about trying to get everybody on the same page? I mean,
Well,
I'm
willing to work with all of them. I have never picked one towards the other. I'm going to try to work together, work with all of them and try to, we'll see if we can't get this division resolved somehow, but, we're going to have to work at it.